everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play RimWorld. And let me go ahead and examine our planet right quick. Okay, here we go. We're getting started with this geothermal generator here and getting to work on our nutrient paste dispenser. Awesome. Haven't played this for a little bit, so I just wanted to get myself back into the thought process of our normal things with this game and all that jazz. Holy cow, we might actually need to start mining into metal soon. Hopefully we won't need to do that. Mr. Jono, you're actually going to go ahead and start prioritizing this project because we want that nutrient paste dispenser done ASAP. That thing needs to be done quick and done super duper trooper quick. Or like Super Trooper. That's a movie, right? I believe I've seen that movie, so I really should know whether or not it's a movie. I think it's Super Troopers, not Super Trooper. Jono, I told you to do this, not Mr. Troffin. And Troffin, you're eating! Oh wait, no, that's Troffin. He's bringing metal. He's actually... You're doing the wrong job, though, Troffin! Sometimes the AI in this game completely dumbfounds me. I don't know. But, speaking of RimWorld, of course, since we're actually playing it right here, I actually, did a bunch of research, like I said I would. What is Jono doing all the way over there? He's a wacky dude. Maybe he likes the Muffalo that were chilling with us and he wanted to get some different Muffalo friends. Raiders have landed, though. I don't know where. Oh, no, a local squirrel has gone mad. Shoot, I didn't mean to right-click that. That's actually much better. Much better, and it looks like that's the local squirrel, yeah, so Jono, I'm sorry, but you're just gonna go ahead and chill out, on your own right here. Maybe you could actually shoot him a couple of times before going to fisticuffs with him, but, of course, Jono should be able to handle him perfectly fine, and this will actually be a good start in regards to, the things that I want to talk about in this episode, because we might be able to not capture that guy, but take that squirrel and make him into meat later. So we're actually gonna go ahead and take this, like, garbage sector, or whatever you'd want to call it, and we're actually going to put no corpses in general in this area, because, as I was saying, I did a lot of research outside of the video, trying to figure out, everything that's been added in this new patch, and I actually know a heck of a lot about it now. So, like, and of course, as we already found out from last time, one of the things that is definitely added is cooking. But what I didn't know before is that cooking is actually works in a 3-stage process, and you actually can cook people too, which is pretty freaking awesome. Almost as awesome as this nice food supply that we just got. That'll help us in the future. But yeah, let me go through everything while we go about our events of trying to grow our colony and all that jazz. I'm actually going to go about and describe the events that, or all the stuff that has been added. A lot of the stuff is gonna be me, like, mentioning stuff that I found out last time in more depth, but I think that should still be interesting, describing exactly how things work. So yes, there is cooking in the game, of course, and it mainly functions from, killing enemies and stuff like that. The hunting mechanic isn't going to be the way it is forever. Right now, of course, it's you put someone into, like, drafted mode and then just have them shoot at an animal. Or, like, when an animal starts attacking you, you could start cooking them and anything along that line of work, or I suppose. Let's actually put a research table. Why don't we just kill 2 birds with 1 stone and make the room with the nutrient paste dispenser also a research room? I mean, we're gonna have someone sleeping in this room anyways, so might as well make our process in the long run made much quicker by putting that down now. And of course, that will allow us to start researching the hydroponics tables. I still want to get the hydroponics tables going, despite what am I saying? Despite there being new methods of getting food and all that. I still think, dude, Jono, the chair is not a priority. Please work on that thing. Thank you. just because the hydroponics tables are a nicer guarantee in being able to have food in the long run, and more of it, from what I could tell. But basically, food works on a 3-step process. First, you have to kill whatever you're getting the meat from. Then you have to bring it to a butcher table, which uses the cooking stat as well, same as the cooking stove does. And then from the butcher's table, you will actually get raw meat, and then we should totally haul those stones, because they're right in front of our door, and it's going to be a big pain having our people walk really slowly over those every time they enter the base. But then you bring the, like, cooked raw, I mean, not cooked raw meat, the, like, cut up, like, raw meat that you get from the butcher's table, you bring that over to the cooking stove, and then you cook it to get some fresh food. And holy cow, what am I doing? Before these people fall asleep, I'm actually going to go ahead and cancel that and move all of their beds over here, because I really want them sleeping over there anyways. We'll delay their ability to get to sleep a little bit, but I think it's more important for them to actually go to sleep where I want them to. So let's see. We definitely need to put down some batteries before too long, but the unfortunate thing about that is that we don't have any areas to actually roof in. So let's go ahead and go to our orders and cancel this roofing in zone. And we could definitely cancel this as well. There's absolutely no idea not to have a roof put over that. Like I think one should be? Okay, that worries me a little bit, in all honesty. So let's go ahead and cancel all of this no roof zone. Hopefully I didn't actually make a very grave error, because from what I saw in the video is that apparently when you create a no roof zone, that actually gets rid of any roofs that are covered in the area. So technically there was absolutely no reason at all for me to create a no roof zone covering all that area, like I did before. Hopefully I can put a roof in here. Maybe I just need to add an additional wall, which we'll do later once we actually get rid of that. So I don't think we need to worry about that for the time being. That's probably a small mess up on my part. But, and let's go ahead and... Who is our main researcher? It was this dude who's also our main hauler. That's a little bit of a pain, but we'll have him prioritize research over all else and start getting those hydroponics tables going. This is a sad thing right here! As you might notice looking at this list, blasting charges are no more, so our tactics are going to change quite a lot, which, especially seeing that we're playing random right here, might be a little bit tense in that regards, because I think blasting charges were definitely something we used to kind of make it, in all honesty, relatively easy to work our way through the early game, because I loved the blasting charges as an item or a tool to use throughout your time in this game. But I do think and I really hope they come back, but I do think as they currently were, they were a bit overpowered. Like, with the Death Corridor idea, it was just way too easy to become, like, Death Destroyer of Worlds and just completely, easily deal with whatever, Oh, shoot, we got a person here. That means we're gonna have to make a prisoner room. Probably make this a prisoner/battery room then. We can make it something else in the future. Would say hydroponics room, but I think I would like that closer to whatever storage room we'll make in the future. Actually, this would probably function pretty well as a storage room. But I'm not all that sure that we need storage rooms anymore, as long as we have the launch pads. We could just, like, put right next to the launch pad some storage space. So we'll probably actually completely ixnay the original plan for having a storage room, and we'll figure out what this will be later. This actually probably could function as a hydroponics room, since they take up 4 pieces of space, but like 2 right there, and 2 right there. Or 1 right there, 1 right there, and have lamps on each side. I think this would make actually a pretty cool hydroponics room. Albeit this side would be a little bit more cumbersome with its setup. I don't know. We'll figure out how that could work. For now, that'll be a place to host our prisoner, so to speak. We'll have to get on that quick before the prisoner actually dies. How fast is the prisoner losing health? Because with Random, really, we do need everyone we can get. At 34 right now. Probably, well, yeah, that person's losing health really, really quickly. And Jono's going to sleep. I'm sorry, dude, but I'm gonna keep you awake. We're gonna have you keep on working on these walls, and then tomorrow you can actually start doing that. So this guy's gonna probably, like, end up hating me. He'll be like, God damn it, this strange being who controls all my movements is evil. We could in hindsight, we could probably actually put him to, let him go to sleep. I almost said put him to sleep, which sounds like we're gonna frickin' kill him. In the hopes that this room will actually be able to function as a prisoner room? Yes, it can! Okay, cool. Thunder will probably go ahead and capture that lady then. How low is she? 29. We have a little bit more time before we need to wake her up. But, Thunder's gotten pretty much all the rest that he needs. So let's go ahead and capture this lady right here. Don't need to do it in a rest. Make it seem a little bit more aggressive than it necessarily needs to be. We actually do not have someone marked as a warden. I probably either just forgot about that or didn't mark it because no one, necessarily needed to do that job. Troffin should make a good warden. Since he is the miner, we won't need him to be doing any mining work for at least a good while. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So, then there's also the stones, and they work the way that I thought they did before. Basically, the only two things I think they can build right now is, the stone tile. Let's actually solid stone tiles for castle feeling. That's pretty badass. That and these stone walls. And I've actually warmed up to the stone walls a little bit, despite them not being useful in the way that was described to me. My good, colleague and friend in the Let's Playing world, Uncle Sideways, he was telling me that stone walls would work really, really well for the death corridors. Which they still will, but not quite as well as they used to when, you could actually use, frickin' blasting charges, of course. Look, another squirrel has gone mad. That's actually not very bad at all. Let's go ahead and move Thunder up there. Oh, whoops! The squirrel's already getting pretty close, so we'll just have Thunder chill where he is. Ah, he didn't get to pull off a shot first. That's unfortunate. Oh well, we'll put him back on, like, idle mode, so yeah, once it dies, he could go about doing his own thing. But yeah, so you can, take debris and actually get rid of it now, which is very, very nice, and actually use it in addition to that. And as one would expect, use a stonecutter's table for that means. Then, this is another cool thing, which I actually didn't realize initially. For growing zones, you can actually make gardens, and let me show that off right here. We'll mark... Oh, shoot, we can't do growing zones on sand? That is very disappointing. I guess we'll have to build a garden down here. I'm gonna get rid of this right away, but, like, for example, if we, like, wanted to make a weird little, like, I don't know, apparently we can't put one right here, so we can't make it a plus sign. If we want to make a weird sideways T, or maybe, like, a penis, garden, then we just go into here and we decide what gets planted in there. So you could actually do roses, daylilies, dandelions. I presume strawberry plants are just the same, I mean, are essentially the same as potato plants, and they give you food since it's freaking strawberry plants. But yeah, so you could actually create gardens, which not only will look freaking awesome and beautiful, but in addition to that, it actually will raise the morale of your men, being around plants and making them feel happy with their position in the world in that regard. So that'll be super cool. Raiders have landed. It's a force of 3, better than last time, although we have to check their stats. It is a pump-action shotgun and a Lee Enfield, which is pretty frightening. And a 10 in shooting! Holy cow! 10, 6, and an 8. This game just does Randy Random! He's like the cruelest man ever, 10 times crueler than he was in the past. We do have a relatively good spot for cover, though. Like, if we go right there when the Raiders attack, I think that might be a good spot. Obviously, they have that bit of cover right there, and they could take a couple over here. But I think that's probably the best position that I can see in the local area. Also, maybe, like, that location, but I don't think that's all that good. Otherwise, we could defend ourselves closer to home, but I don't think there's that many good spots around there. I think if we could get the time advantage, that spot is probably best. And based on where they're standing, they probably won't go over here, which I think would be the best cover for them. They'd probably go around this location or just walk up to us directly. So we might actually be able to work well with that, and I don't think Jono will alert them with where he's currently headed. Although he is worrying me a little bit with that. Looks like he's perfectly fine and dandy, though. So let's see. I think we actually want to continue with what we're doing right now. It's too bad that Thunder is a little bit damaged, especially since he's our best shot. Wow, if he's a 6 and he's our best shot, everyone else must be pretty bad. Although I think they were okay. I remember... Okay, yeah, there was a second 6. Much worse than them, but... if we play it right, I think we should be able to handle them okay. Hopefully. Only time will tell, of course. So, yeah, there's the gardens, like I mentioned before, and then there's the no-roof regions, which obviously I've already kind of shown off in this video, so I don't think we need to worry about showing any more of that. Let's actually create a dumping stockpile zone, and we'll put it right over here. Just, in all honesty, to have a spot to put this rock debris that's pretty local, because obviously we want to experiment with putting different kind of debris in there, and we could probably put the squirrel, all of those corpses. One thing that I actually have no idea about still is the mechanoid corpse. Pretty much all the stuff that actually most of the stuff that I found out from my research was from Tynan's video about all the updates that have been added to the game. Oh, I totally forgot to frickin' friendly chat try to recruit this person. That's my bad. That was actually a pretty sizable error on my part. Are raiders coming? No, I thought they were coming to attack. I was in a little bit of a panic right there. The good thing about them sleeping right here, though, is Thunder is healing, of course. Okay, now the raiders are on their way. Is this actually a warning for it? No, a traveler is passing by. What horrible timing. Despite him being right there. Holy cow, I think we can actually capture that dude along with preparing for this fight. So we're gonna move Thunder up there. Let's move Troffin up there as well. And we'll have Jono capture this poor man who walked into, like, the wrong place at the wrong time. At least as far as he's concerned, I'm sure. He came to the perfect spot. Thank you, Mr. Ellis. He does not have any equipment. If he had, like, a Lee Enfield or something, that would have been a bit more appreciated, but it's still, thank you very much. Makes me very happy that you decided to come by and be my slave. So let's go ahead and get all of our people... Oh, shoot! They're all right here. Okay, we need to slow this down. So one of them is going up top, which kind of worries me. This is the pistol person. Pistol, who's a Marine, so that's their best shot. Nice to know that their best shot is the one equipped with the pistol. There is a 6 and 8, so still pretty scary. Lee Enfield guy's going up top, which is frightening because he's probably going for a flanking sniper position. But we could probably have Jono try to fisticuffs him up there. Oh, crap! I totally forgot! I have to say this now so I could engrave it in my head. Speaking of, I could do this while we actually do the fight, but speaking of Uncle Sideways, who I mentioned a bit earlier, would I rather have Jono melee attack that dude? Because Squirrel is a pretty good shot, but he's pretty far away as well. I think it might actually be better to try to distract the local guys who are down close, and have Jono do that. Sweet! Okay, one's down already. Jono is pretty damn close to dead. So let's have him actually kind of flee. Troffin's taking a lot of damage as well. But I think it might be a good idea to distract them. Let's have Jono just, like, run around like a madman. Okay, Jono's almost dead. Jono, if you could get in super close, you might be able to distract him for a melee attack. Okay, he's really wounded. That's better than death, though. Troffin, 46 and 68. We might be able to pull this out, but it's going to be very, very close for sure. Especially since our guys are such bad shots. Especially with Jono. Crap, they need to flee. Is that a good idea, though? We'll get Troffin to back up. Jono will take that shot, then he'll flee as well. He missed. Jono, I hate you right now. I mean, Truman, I mean, Thunder, I hate you right now. So Thunder needs to get out of there. Simply because... don't you dare beat up Jono. Jono's hurt. Oh, man. Basically, what we're relying on now is, gonna take the cover from this spot. Hopefully that actually functions as cover. Unless I could have him heal in a bed. No, it doesn't look like you could do that. I need a medkit, but I don't have one. And I need medkits to work in addition to that, in all honesty. Oh, man. The chances of us making it through this are incredibly slim, but, you know, we have to hope. They're gonna break through that door, then Thunder's gonna start shooting at him. He's got Lee Enfield, though, so they both should be able to shoot much faster than he will. And 2-on-1 with one hit killing him is not good odds in our favor at all. Another person crash landed here. Man, once again, I don't think Randy Random has ever been, like, this difficult before in the past. Obviously, that's the random factor in him. But maybe we should go to Tough Cassandra Tough Cassandra? I really don't want to do Cassandra Classic. I mean, Cassandra Classic is always really crazy and fun, but I wanna be a badass, have, like, a super challenge going for me, make it, like, really crazy. But, as I was mentioning before, one of the raiders actually caught on fire, so let's actually have him... Yeah, prisoner's gonna escape, that's okay. Okay, one of those raiders is actually freaking out, so... Crap. I'm not comfortable with having him shoot. But, like, what better option do we have? The raider's not on fire anymore. Let's just take this chance. Oh god. Okay, they're coming inside now, which is scaring me even more. Crap. I honestly have no idea what to do. I think we actually go, like, go in this corner right up here, so we're gonna be far away. Only one of them is breaking through the door, although they did just set the geothermal generator on fire. I think that marks the end, no matter what. The geothermal generator being caught on fire. Let's make it go as fast as we can and try to see if we can kill these guys, just to show them who's boss, I suppose. We could have kept fighting out there, like I was thinking, but really, like, what would that have changed? Now a local squirrel's gone mad, too. So that's sucky, of course. Are the raiders just leaving now? They might just be leaving. I think they've had enough of this. Well, we're gonna kill that dude, nonetheless. Whether or not we die. Yep, okay. Well, that's the end of that one. So let's go ahead and go back to the main menu. Wow! Things have been rough lately. But, you know what? We're going with Cassandra Classic. The reason being, I'm not doing another run where we just die immediately. And if that happens, because 2 of those in a row, that is complete garbage, you know? And I don't want to provide that for you guys. I want to provide something cooler, something enjoyable, and stuff like that. So we're going to go with Cassandra Classic just so we could get a colony actually growing. So let's see. But as I was saying before, cool guy Uncle Sideways, he was mentioning that in one of the videos. I said, I called the raiders the Randers accidentally, and I really like that. He thought he liked it too, so from now on, they're not raiders, they're Randers, or as I think I might want to occasionally call them, Randy Randers. That's what they'll be from now on. Oh, god damn it, I wish this guy... You know what, we're gonna change this guy's name. He's gonna be Sean! Sean! We could change both of them to Sean as well, because it needs to be Sean. And now we have to keep that dude, crap! He actually didn't want this guy. Although, actually, he does have a pretty good learning capability for shooting, so he might be good. We're gonna keep this guy because he's really good at shooting and really good at growing, and the only thing he can't do is research, and Sean is really good at research as well. So let's look for someone who's really good at mining, I suppose. That guy's even incapable of mining, so it's not gonna be him. Yeah, this is probably okay. Intellectual and can't do crafting. Crafting doesn't really matter that much. We've got other people who can do crafting. So I think this is actually pretty good for us. We'll start off with this colony right here. So yeah, I don't know, I'm totally blanking right now. I don't know what to say. Sucks that game had to go so bad. Like, in all the previous versions when I've played Ranty Random, and I've actually played Ranty Random a fair amount, haven't gotten that horrible luck with incredibly fierce Raider attacks. Like, in all honesty, that Raider attack, we could have beaten that one, if I played better. But, obviously, unfortunately, that wasn't meant to be. Bard, this nice, bald, fat guy, I'm really happy that he's our shooter, just because of his appearance, in all honesty. Not to be mean. He's got a nice jacket, though. He's pretty badass. Plus being a bald guy, like a bald guy with a gun, there's nothing scarier than that. Let's go ahead and start, no, not the people. I want to unmark all of these. Then, as usual, we'll go ahead and scan the map really quickly so we could go ahead and see what area we might want to end up calling home. So far, it's not looking all that good. There's one Steam Geyser there, a little bit hidden, but I'd prefer an alternate one. But doesn't look like the game's giving me that. That's unfortunate. The good thing is there's a lot of metal. Not actually a lot, but an okay surplus of metal around this area. There's that bunch right there, that right there, that right there, of course. But I'm not happy with that. I don't want to... I don't know. I don't like the idea of starting a base off there, but obviously the benefit of the Steam Geyser is something that we really probably shouldn't pass up, even if we have to mine our way into it. So let's go ahead and we'll probably mark like that much. I think that's all we need to open up the Geyser. And let's go ahead and set our people's things. Everyone will be a firefighter, of course. We'll have one doctor. What is these? Two, and another 2? Yeah, that's funny. Okay, so that's our researcher. So this will be our warden, who is also the miner, I suppose. Neither of those can be miners. Researcher, hauling. We'll have that person do craft work in addition to... Actually, no. It probably would make more sense to have that person do crafting in addition to those things, even though that person will probably be our main miner for the most part. And then, is that all set up the way I want it to be? We only need one... Actually, we probably could have people do multiple cooking things, because I think people only cook. I don't think people do cooking if they're idle. I think cooking is something that only happens if you order a person to do that. I'm not entirely sure about that, but that's like the hunch I have. We do have people who are god-awful at construction, though. That's one thing I didn't think of. That's a little bit of a pain. But, you know, everyone can do construction, so I suppose that makes up for it in some regards. Crafting can be 2, hauling can also be 1, and then 2s and 3s for cleaning, because obviously cleaning isn't all that much of a priority. So let's go ahead and, as usual, go ahead and get rid of these zones. We don't need any of that nonsense. Get rid of the beds. And then we could give our people a hunky-dory, lovely place to sleep on over here. Where they'd be happy. They'd be happy, healthy, and, I don't know, full of love or something like that. Completely forgot to scan the rest of the map for minerals. Seems to be an okay amount of random pieces of metal scattered around. Still not the best. We could... I would definitely appreciate a lot more. Actually, it might be a little bit bare. I might actually completely reconsider what I was originally thinking there. Let's go ahead and start walling off this area. This can be like our main entrance for now, and then this can be like a back door? Who knows, that might actually function a little bit awkwardly the way we set up those walls later on, but that'll be okay for now, and we can, is there anything... Where would we want the door? That's the question. I think we would want it right up here. Because I think there's better cover options up top. Yeah! There was a pretty big opening right here. Granted, they can't take cover over here and cover down here, but the defense options I think are much better up top. So let's go ahead and put our door right up there. What was that needs thing that popped up? Needs. Oh, it's the boom rat. Okay, that's weird. But yeah, so that'll bring all of our people up here, and they'll be chilling in paradise. They'll be cheese colonists in paradise. Don't ask what I mean by that, in all honesty. That was pretty stupid, and I apologize, but... You gotta have one horrible joke a day, I suppose. That'll be my new lifelong lesson or moral or even worse, like way of life. So let's see. Actually, as we progress, you know what? I think we're gonna mark this area as our home. I was thinking how we would want to expand. If we would want to expand upwards or downwards. And actually, now that I think about it, it might make sense to do both. So let's go ahead and actually go with the thing that I was originally considering. And we'll go ahead and put the launch pad right out here. Launch pad can once again, oh, you can't actually specify what goes in there until it's actually built. That's my bad. I forgot about that. Geothermal generator, I need you built, man. I need you built and built pronto. At least people are getting the launch pad built. It'll be good to get that built early on, I suppose. So we won't have to worry about that in the future. Oh, it's chilling right next to a metal supply. I didn't even notice that. I knew it was there because I found it earlier, but I guess it didn't really, like, register in my mind. We should totally cancel this mining work, because we definitely want, Barber to be finishing that one first. And in all honesty, Barber, I'm not gonna let you sleep quite yet. I want you to finish this mining process before tomorrow morning, so once everyone else wakes up, that geothermal generator can be built. Because obviously, while there is an abundant source of food around the map, it is very important for us to get power, not just for the nutrient paste dispenser, but also so we could get lights in this area, so our people aren't going to be living in a very, very scary or mentally damaging living environment. Let's see. Do I want to wall off this yet? I don't think, I mean, do I want to mine this out yet? I think we're actually going to say no to that. And we're going to go ahead and set up the wall so it goes, like, along that ways, and we can go ahead and put the door probably right about there. That'll work fine. That means we could put the nutrient paste dispenser in here, and this would be a good battery section. So that'll be nice for us to, work with. Sean! I don't know about you guys, but I've never played Heavy Rain. It's a game that I've always wanted to play. Like, I love story-based games. Like, they're some of my favorite stuff. And from what I've heard, Heavy Rain is a really, really good one. Like, I don't know how good it is, but, like, I've heard it's really, really good. Let's go ahead and set, frag grenades, Molotov cocktails, and pistols to go in there as usual. And nothing else, of course. Do we want to mark a debris area? A place to start hauling stuff? We might want to do that, but I don't know if there's a necessary need to do that, right now. We could probably do that in the near future. Should probably focus on getting stuff like our nutrient paste dispenser out first. So let's go ahead and do that. I actually completely forgot that we need to connect our geothermal generator to some actual power once it finally gets built. So let's go ahead and put down those power conduits as well. Then we could probably get rid of that bed momentarily, just to, have a nice little spot that our nutrient paste dispenser can fit in appropriately. Let's put it a little bit up. Can that fit with the bed right there? Yay! I'm happy that fits right in there because I want it a little bit far away from the door. I mean, I could put it one more space down, but I think it looks really awkward when it's just sitting right next to the door, so it'll make me happy inside being placed like that. You know what? Let's make this area right down here our garden. We'll have that as a garden in the future because that's something I didn't quite think of, where we would want to put the garden. If we make our entrance right here... Ooh, actually... Obviously, since there aren't any, blasting charges anymore, we're gonna be focusing much more on the turrets than we did in the past. Nice to know it's actually called an improvised turret now. If I'm correct, it actually wasn't called that in the past. It was just called turret, not improvised turret? I might be remembering that completely wrong, but I'm not sure. Dude, frickin' get the thing built, please. Sometimes the people in this game drive me a little bit crazy. Or a little bit batty, I suppose, in some regards. But, But yeah, they're getting to work on all that now, so that'll be perfectly fine. I think we're going to cut it off right about here. Let's go ahead and name this planet, Sean's World. Like Sean's World, because I like that. Oh, Colony 1, you could go ahead and... die! You could, like, bury forever, I hate you. All that jazz. But yeah, I think that's where we're going to cut this one off for today. Sorry the last 2 colonies have just been basically instant death. Like, I've done a lot of complaining about Ranty Random, which is pretty much, I suppose, completely unfounded, because that is the way of Ranty Random, being completely random in the past. But I did enjoy it much more than I have recently in the past, just because it's never... These last 2 times where it's thrown 3 or 4 raiders who are incredibly equipped and incredibly capable with their weapons, that's something that I've actually never seen in Ranty Random before. Usually it's still been, not all that bad in the early game and gets a lot more tense as time goes on, but... you know, I suppose that would break the purpose. So, if Ranty Random has been adjusted in this new patch and I just don't know about it, it's a little bit unfortunate for me, I suppose, but I'm sure that'll make a bunch of other people happy and stuff like that. And if I've just been lucky in the past, well, then I suppose I'm just, I don't know, calling out to deaf ears or something like that. I don't know. But anyways... so it'll be a super awesome colony to progress with and grow in the future. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, a comment, and or subscribing if you have not. I am the EggScrambledGamer, and I will see you all next time.